Welcome. It is Saturday, April 9th,
Someday.
2022. Welcome to the Zodiac Chat Line. I'm your host, Tanae. As always, I have Cassie with me because we're not doing this without each other.
That's right.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
So, we tonight decided to do a pop-up for you, the fans, because why not? But you know what we talking about? Love and sex.
Boom.
That's it, right? We know y'all all want to know. Everybody want to know. We all want it. We all do it.
That's right.
It is, right?
It's what everybody wants to talk about. You know, who am I compatible with? How do I figure that out? What is my new lover going to be like? Well,
Hey. Also, if you guys have any questions, you can either do one of two things. You can drop them in the chat, and we know Coral's in there ready to knock them out and give it to us. Or there is a question button next to your chat, and you are more than welcome to hit that question button, and I will answer them. While we talk about sex and love, we're going to talk about the two planets that rule sex and love in your chart. We all talk about compatibility when it comes to the sun and all that. But you really want to know, if you're talking about some love, you got to look at Venus. And if you're talking about some sex, you got to look at Mars. So, what you want to tell us about Venus and Mars, Cassie?
so yes, very much that in your chart, Venus's placement indicates how you interpret love, what you where you see beauty, how you want to be romanced. It's often associated with it is, very much connected to the feminine principle. So I think it was you who told me in like cis het relationships, right? Like you look at a Venus placement in a woman and the Mars placement in a man to determine, compatibility, right? And yeah, but in general, whether you're a man or a woman or non-binary, whether you like men or women or non-binary people or whatever, like it is ruling your pleasure principle, your romantic self, and the emotional part of romantic relationships are housed in Venus.
And then we have Mars, and Mars is action. Mars is like hot. Mars is like fiery. Mars is like, we go fuck. You know what I mean? Like that is Mars. Mars is here for it. All of it. So both of those placements, they balance each other out, right? Because you can't have Venus without Mars, and their personal placements. So they're really close in your chart to your sun or your moon or Mercury. They're very, very personal. They're very close. So Cassie and I are going to give you guys a rundown of how we would describe these Venus and Mars placements. And then we're going to give you some of our spicier matches. If you got any questions. And then we have a special tarot pull from a special tarot deck. So we're going to start, as always, at the top of the chart. And I have fire and air this week, so I'm going to start with Aries Venus. And we did have a question about Aries Venus. If you check our TikTok, you'll see how we answered that. But just to bring it back around again, my statement for Aries Venus is to strike a match. Because in Aries Venus, it's quick, it's fiery, it's passionate, but as quickly as you strike that match, that shit goes right on out.
I like that. So Taurus Venus, Taurus is actually ruled by the planet Venus. So it's a solid Venus placement if you have that in your chart. I put, let me worship and possess your earthly beauty, because Venus's expression in Taurus is very much showering their partner with affection, wanting to be showered with affection, but wanting to be safe and close to home and close to the earth, and to make everything around you in your comfortable little place beautiful. And a Taurus Venus person wants to be loved for who they are without makeup, who they are natural when they wake up in the morning. And yeah, that's a Taurus Venus for you.
All right. Next up, we have Gemini Venus. Gemini Venuses, my statement was, you can't catch a butterfly. Because Gemini Venus is ruled by Mercury and known to be all over the place with everybody always. They are definitely known to have multiple people at the same time, but pretend like they really want. So Gemini Venus, it's definitely like if you can catch me, I guess.
Gemini Venus is very flirtatious energy for sure.
That's what it is, huh?
Geminis are very gifted at making you feel like you're the only person in the room. And I'm sure it would be easy for a Gemini Venus if they chose to be a philanderer to be one, because everybody feels like they've, fully got a Gemini. But like you said, you can't catch a butterfly.
But you can pimp one. Okay, go ahead.
On that note, we move to Cancer Venus.
Speaking of pimps.
Right. So Cancer Venus is make me feel safe and I am yours forever. Like Cancer Venus is not a super trusting placement. They're not going to open up to just everyone, unless they've had 7 drinks. But they are very romantic and they feel very deeply. And if the person can come along and convince them for sure that they are theirs, I mean, God forbid they run into a Gemini Venus, but anyway, then they will be like, Cancer will happily submit. They're very Cancer Venus sub personality for sure, right? Like they want to be dominated and
it's not my Venus,
submit
but
to your will.
For it. Yeah. Okay. So next we have Leo Venus, and I put love me, worship me, because Leo Sun want that, Leo Moon want that, Leo Venuses especially want you to love and worship all of them and let them know that you're loving and worship them and continue to love and worship them and be at their feet and just show them why they're on their pedestal that they put themselves on.
Tell me why I deserve to be here above you.
Show me.
I love it.
That no, listen. Be confident in that shit.
Because there's somebody out there who wants to worship you.
Listen.
For sure. Okay, so Virgo Venus, high
Lord.
standards, high reward, right? Like, it's another one that's is just not going to give themselves away, right? Like a person with Venus in Virgo is going to scrutinize every detail about you before they let you into their romantic life. But they are dedicated. They are, taking care of your every need before you've even realized you had one, and, extremely loyal. So it's a good one to catch, but they will, they're gonna wait around for the right one.
Forever. Next up we have Libra Venus. Libra is also the other sign that is ruled by Venus. And I have about to read the wrong one. Beauty and love is all around. And a Libra Venus is like, just, they want their partner to be beautiful. They want to feel beautiful. They want to be made to feel beautiful. They want just the beauty and the love. Like, even though it's an air sign and, slightly maybe detached in the emotions, the feelings are still like, oh my God, look at how pretty that is. You're so beautiful, Yeah.
And Libras are probably the most relationship oriented of all the air signs, right? Because they're, they rule partnerships. On some level, they want to be paired up, but also on some level, they want to be free. I can't see your face, so I'm going to assume I'm ready to go with Scorpio.
Yeah.
Venus.
You can't see my face? Oh, yeah.
No,
Go
because
ahead.
I have the front
Oh,
facing
I
camera
forgot.
on.
I
I'm
forgot.
just staring at the back
Go
of my
ahead.
phone. It's so weird. But
It's
thank you,
okay.
Muggle May, for telling me my hair was fire tonight.
Yes.
Okay. Um,
Yes,
so
go ahead.
Scorpio Venus is all
Lord.
in for always, leave at your own risk.
You know something about that, girl?
So I don't have Venus in Scorpio. I have it in Cancer. I have Mars in Scorpio, and we'll get to that. But so for someone with Venus in Scorpio, they want very much to be your one and only. And whether or not you're their one and only, TBD, probably, but TBD. But if you betray a Scorpio Venus who considers sex and love a transformational, fundamental aspect of life for their entire life, and considers it is extremely jealous and possessive of their lovers and their sex experiences, watch out, because they will get revenge. It may take till the retirement home, but they will get it.
So what Cassie's saying is, don't do it. Don't betray them. That's it.
Right.
That's
don't betray them. Don't betray them. Don't betray them.
But if you ready,
ooh,
Scorpio rules the genitals. Scorpio rules sex.
Yes.
It's going down.
Yeah. For real. For real.
All right. Next up, we have Sagittarius Venus. And I put explore the world and love with me. Sagittarius Venuses are explorers. They like anything exotic, different. They like it to be a growth and exploration within that love. They want to know that they're growing with their partner, that their partner and them are loving and growing together through exploration of things far beyond. They can be kind of here, there, everywhere. With the charisma, they are sometimes represented by the Knight of Wands in the tarot. And if you know that, that motherfucker is inconsistent as hell. But, but if you find a Venus in Sagittarius and you can keep their attention by continuing to show them the world like Aladdin did with Jasmine, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
For sure. Jasmine had Venus in Sagittarius and she was impressed.
Hello.
Okay, so Capricorn Venus. I went very reductive with this, but it's true, and it's money over bitches.
All damn day.
Capricorn Venus is, Capricorn placements in both Venus and Mars, like they can very much compartmentalize their sexual and so-called emotional relationships away from their career, which is the career that is the thing that is most important to them. Again, once convinced, much like their cousin Virgo Venus, once they are convinced you've met their standard for somebody to be their arm candy as they take over the world, they will be, loyal so long as you are, but they can, it takes a long time to get that placement to settle down.
Because they have patience upon patience. All right, so next we have Aquarius Venus. And I put attention and detaching is love. They like space and attention. It's like, I want you to pay attention to me, but I need my fucking space. But I will say that an Aquarius Venus will love all your quirky flaws or your quirkiness. What you think is a quirky flaw, they'll be like, I love you. That's what I love most about you. But they're not here for the clingy. They're not here for the over emotional. They need you to kind of have your shit together, and they got their shit together. And we can hang out and shit, but let's keep it friend casual. Homie, lover, friend, whatever you want to say.
I love it. Yes, for real though. All right, and Pisces Venus. Let's
Oh,
have a fever dream together.
oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
Pisces wants to evaporate in the romance and wants you to take them, unlike Aladdin, who was showing Jasmine the real world. Like, Pisces Venus wants you to take them to space, or or to another dimension, like timeline jump with them or whatever. Like, they want to be completely deluded in romance, and can also run push themselves away, I think, a little bit from
Hmm.
seriously committed people, because they want to be able to have kind of new dreams,
Mm.
so, but a lovely placement for appreciating the beauty in a lot of different things, and being very sentimental and
Hmm.
loving and
Compassionate. Yeah.
compassionate. Yeah, for
Oh, for
sure.
sure. All right, so we are back at the top of the chart. Now we're gonna talk about the real shit, Mars. That's how you like to get it down. Let's like, cool. So we're gonna start with Aries Mars. Best part about this, Mars rules Aries, so you already know it's there. But I said, give me some good head. That is what an Aries Mars is here for. They're the Rams, they're ruled by the head. So give them good head, and Aries Mars is down for you. It's good. It's still going to be very passionate, but
Mm-hmm.
get
And
that Ram
it's
some head.
yeah, they're the first sign of the zodiac. They're very much about the self. Do something for me, for only
Right.
me, right? Like,
Give me good head. Period. We don't have no more
um,
questions. All right. What's
facts.
next?
Taurus Mars, all night missionary marathon. It may not be missionary. It may be reverse cowgirl or on the side, but like Mars and Taurus is find a good comfort zone and
Mm-hmm.
stay there forever. Like, it will like go as long as you want it to.
Yeah.
But it's not going to change around too much.
It works for some. All right.
That's right.
Next up, I have Gemini Mars and sext me, dirty talk me, finger me, all of those things. Because right, Gemini is ruled by the hands. Gemini like to talk. Gemini like to text. Gemini is just.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say Gemini's oral game pretty on point. Proof.
That sounds like facts.
I have done research, so I can vouch for that. Fact. Okay, what's next?
Heard. All right. No Ted.
Uh-huh.
Cancer Mars is do me like you love me.
Aw.
Like, they're that's how they roll.
Yeah.
They're that's a nurturing energy. The sex is going to be very sensual, and even if
Mm.
even if that placement doesn't love you, they're going to do it with you like they do.
Yeah. Oh, for
Some
sure.
some people are just romantic in the sack. Mars Cancer is that person.
So I have Leo Mars, and I have like two things. Okay, so the first thing I said was like pounce, 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 but then I said,
Mm.
watch this kitty turn into a lioness.
Ooh.
So
Mm-hmm.
a Leo Mars is going to show you better than they can tell you, and they're going to want to show you what a great lover they are when it comes to they're gonna fuck you with their whole heart. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Switch positions. Do a little of this. Make sure yeah, I could see
Meow,
that. Give it,
meow. Give them a little back, scratch them a little bit, here and there.
sure. Give a full performance every time, right? Like, give
Full,
everything your
full.
all.
Yes, yes, girl. You know.
Yep.
It's
Mm-hmm.
always a show.
That's right. Virgo Mars. Oh, I edited this one a lot. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I want to learn to play your body like an instrument.
Oh, now that's sexy.
A Virgo Mars is looking at your body like it's a floor plan, and they're gonna pick the buttons they think you'll like, and they're gonna listen to you respond, and they're gonna move precisely to the next spot. I mean, they're so analytical and tuned in to nuances. And I think as a lover, a Virgo Mars placement is very much clued into the intricacies of their partner's body and how they respond to it, and they want to control it a little bit, but also like make it make music, you know.
That's perfect. I love that. So I have Libra Mars. Now, Libra, as we all know, is the opposite of Aries. So probably not the strongest placement for Mars. That's why I said I'll be your perfect little sub. So a Libra Mars is going to make sure that they submit to you and make sure that you know that you can have them any way you want them.
Well,
yeah, that's
nothing wrong with that.
Listen, that's what I said. Shit. At least you know. At least you know your place.
All right, Scorpio Mars.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Is I'm gonna do you the way everyone else was afraid to.
Ooh, clutch my pearls.
Scorpio Mars is going to find your boundary and just test it a little bit. You know what I mean? They want to know they want to be in your head and know what you secretly are into. What do you masturbate to, right?
Yes.
And they're gonna
find that
psychologically plumb you to figure that out, and also sexually plumb you to figure that out, and then they're gonna own it in a good way.
When they say going deep, it has so many meanings. Next, we have Sagittarius Mars, and I said, ride this pony. So, because a Sagittarius Mars, they are going to be adventurous with that shit. They are going to let you know they're like a reverse cowgirl, frontward cowgirl, like doggies. That's a Sagittarius Mars. We gonna ride this pony, you know, like that Save a House Ride a Car, but ride this pony.
Love it. Capricorn Mars, submit to my control.
Oh yes,
the boss energy stops nowhere. You guys with Capricorn, they're the boss here, there, and everywhere. A boss in the streets, a boss in the sheets. And you know, they just need to meet a nice Libra.
Right, I was about to say.
Guys are just perfect together.
Perfect. All right, Aquarius Mars. This is your kinky role play, whips and chains, all that fun stuff, toys, anything that you think is taboo. Aquarius Mars is going to fuck you like that. So what's going to happen? So enjoy it or don't, but I hope you do.
They will.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Pisces Mars. Every touch a new fantasy. You know, they're probably I bet you Pisces Mars keeps their eyes closed the whole time they're having sex, because they want to imagine that they are you, or that you guys are in your own galaxy. You know, they want to be transported by the experience of your bodies, you know, coming into collision, right?
All of that.
So if you are having relations with someone with a Mars in Pisces, then expect some magical experiences.
Hey. All of those are good food for thoughts, or, you know.
Yeah. I encourage you all to go look up your chart, think about what we've said, see if it rings true.
Because I know you want to. All right. So we're going to name our top 3 spiciest matches. And I'll go first. So I did something a little different. My spicier matches, I mixed the Mars elements together, because I feel like the 2 sex Marses, you know, that's how I mix it up. But either way, you can do it any way you wanna. But I like the way I did it. Okay. So my first spicy match is an Aquarius Mars and a Libra Mars. The kinky top with the sub bottom.
Yep, 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 yep. I see it.
Uh,
I see it. Hmm.
my next one is a Gemini's Mars and an Aries Mars. Trying to get a butterfly and a match, trying to figure it out.
Well,
I
that's a
find that
dangerous dance,
exactly,
but spicy.
right. Because those two, you just never know how that's gonna work out. Hopefully, the butterfly's wing doesn't get burned.
Sure. Hmm.
And my last one is a Sagittarius Mars with a Leo Mars, and that fire on fire energy with
Hmm. Hmm.
the pouncing and the pony. It's on.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
see it. I see it. So yes, I took a different tack than
Mm-hmm.
Tanae, and I matched Venus with a Mars placement. And I said this on our pre-call, and I don't think this is a universal truth, but it's kind of been my experience in love where like a lot of times whether someone's coming into the relationship like feeling more sexually connected or more emotionally connected may not be the same as the other person, but like if it's a good solid relationship over time, the two things very much like meld together, it feels like. So that's why I was like, well, I think some people, also oftentimes relationships start with a seducer and a seduced. So to me, that
Mm-hmm.
also kind of is reflected in the Venus and Mars of it. So anyway,
Yeah.
just my thoughts. So I have a Sag Venus and a Capricorn Mars. I think that that is the Sagittarius Venus is the unicorn that Capricorn Mars is like looking for, they're and that like Sagittarius's freedom maybe wants a little bit of pursuit, and Capricorn has got that like doggingness to go after them and get it. So I thought that
Mm.
could be spicy if it
Okay,
works.
okay. Noting.
I also have a Scorpio Venus with a Leo Mars.
Oh shit. That's dangerous.
Could be dangerous, but
That
again,
is spicy as
spicy.
fuck. That
Spicy.
that's so far. That's my go ahead. That's the top
Hmm.
spicy girl. Woo, girl,
And girl, I only picked two, so we're gonna end on a high note.
girl. Well, guys, that honestly, Cassie, vibrator drop. That is it. I am here for it. So it doesn't look like we have any questions. So we're just gonna go straight to this tarot card, and we're gonna piece it out.
Yup. Thank you for
So
joining us for sexy
yeah,
time on a sexy Saturday.
for anybody that joined us, thank you. And for those of you who didn't, oh well. So we're gonna pull. We're gonna pull from the Sexual Magic Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. Wait, Scarabeo.
Okay.
So a lot of these cards do not necessarily look like the traditional tarot. And they don't necessarily follow that. In this deck, the fire and the air signs are dominant, and the water and the earth signs are very receptive, just as we've always talked about. Masculine signs are air and fire, and they're action oriented. Feminine signs are earth and water. They're very receptive. So we're going to get and see what we're going to find. Cassie and Coral have seen some of these cards earlier. So it
Speaking
was,
of spicy.
yeah, we had a spicier deck, but we decided it was like NC-17 and no thank you. Ooh, speaking of Aquarius Mars, I'm just kidding. So, we got the Ace of Swords in this bitch.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to actually see this on the replay.
I'm going to take a picture and send it in the chat too later. All right,
Okay.
so the Ace of Swords. This has a man on the bed. A woman is tying him up. She is in her dominatrix gear, and there's just a lot going on. So I interpret this as be truthful about what the fuck you want. in love and in sex. Period.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Be
Mm-hmm.
honest about it. Because you can't, first of all, you can't be out here willy-nilly just with everybody.
No. Mm-mm.
Just
Mm-mm.
with your heart or with your body. Like, why do that? But just be truthful about it. Be truthful with yourself and your partner. And, you know, it's okay to submit sometimes. And it's okay to dominate sometimes. Just make sure you have consent always.
And on that note,
You got it, right? See how that segue is? Thank y'all so much for joining us. You know, we gonna be back tomorrow night. We got a guest in the building. She is amazing. Y'all need to come for this one. She good. We got a good one tomorrow night. So we will be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. for our regularly scheduled program. Belvis, you're my safe word. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. Cassie, it's always real with you. This was fun and spicy.
I love it.
Be on the
Absolutely.
lookout. We might do another pop-up. You know, just be on the
We'll
lookout.
see.
But it's all love, y'all.